Sam and Colby may have just dropped the biggest ball of their careers. If what we're about to talk about is true, right, which it seems like there seems to be quite a significant amount of evidence to support that it might be, this is pretty significant, and it's quite a big deal. And, you know, Sam and Colby may have absolutely dropped the ball on this one. So we're going to be talking about Hell Week. Now, Hell Week has become quite synonymous with controversy. Obviously, it's one of the biggest paranormal events that happen in the paranormal calendar, on YouTube at least, when Sam and Colby go out and do their big, thing for the build-up to Halloween. You may remember a couple of years ago, it happened at the real-life Conjuring house, where Cody and Satori blew to infamy. Last year, they did it at the haunted school that they bought, and it blew to infamy because of Selena Spooky Boo's quite egregious claims without any backing to support it. And this year, they may have just kind of one-upped all of that. So a video has dropped from the Side-Eye Guy, okay? And the video is titled, Sam and Colby Debunked at the Smurl House. Fans Deserve Answers. Now, what I found interesting about this was that this wasn't a debunking of the content per se. It wasn't like looking through the content and saying, oh, this is fake, this is fake, this is fake. Instead, it was looking at the property that they actually went to. Now, before we get into this, I do want to urge you guys to go over to the Side-Eye Guy's YouTube channel to watch the full video for yourself, because obviously all credit goes to him for this work that he has done. Now, let's talk about the video to begin with. So, Sam and Colby dropped their Hell Week video, of course, right? And it was this one right here, the new Conjuring House, a night turned demonic. And obviously, they switched it up this year, and they did it as part of a Hell Month. So it started surviving the world's most demonic island, the night we summoned the devil, which of course caused some controversy as well, the Paris catacombs, which actually was quite a good video, because it wasn't just about the paranormal, it was just more exploring aspects. And it has one of my favourite YouTubers in it as well, which is Groovy Gavin. And then obviously this is the video that we're going to be talking about. And it's all surrounding the Smurl House haunting, which, if you don't know, was the plot point for the latest Conjuring movie, The Last Rites. So obviously Sam and Colby are capitalising, marketing geniuses that they are, off of the new Conjuring movie. No one can blame them for that. But over on Wikipedia, we get a bit of a breakdown as to what the Smurl haunting actually was. So the Smurl haunting refers to claims made by Jack and Janet Smurl of West Pittston, Pennsylvania, United States, who alleged that a demon inhabited their home between 1974 and 1989. Now, the Smurls claimed gained wide press attention and were investigated by demonologists who encouraged the family's supernatural beliefs, and clergy, psychologists, and scientific skeptics who offered more parasomnous explanations. The Smurls version of the story was subject to a 1986 paperback titled The Haunted and a 1991 made-for-TV movie of the same name released by 20th Century Fox. And the 2025 horror film The Conjuring Last Rites offers a loosely adapted portrayal of the Smurl haunting. So that gives you a bit of insight into the haunting itself, why it was so popular, and where we're going with this video. So, like I say, the Side-Eye Guy uploaded a video about 3 or 4 days ago, which goes over some misinformation that apparently was portrayed within this, but also the fact that Sam and Colby may have never actually gone to the Smurl house. Let's talk about it. So, within the video, right, the Side-Eye Guy starts off by stating, obviously, that this is the finale of Sam and Colby's Hell Month 2025 series, and they investigate the Smurl House, the basis for The Conjuring The Last Rites, calling it the new Conjuring House to link it to the Warrens and the popular movie franchise. Of course, there were guests, including FaZe Rug, who has been criticised before as a quote-unquote fake ghost hunter, and Sketched, who was praised by the Side-Eye Guy for being the video's highlight. And there was also a warning made by Colby that claims that the investigation could, quote, change paranormal history, which the Side-Eye Guy decided to dismiss as hype for views and money. Now, the core debunk was not about the content per se, like I said before, but instead, it was actually the fact that they may have actually got the wrong house. So the Smurl house is a duplex, which is 328 and 330 Chase Street, West Pittston, Pennsylvania, right? But major activity, so poltergeist demon claims occurred in 330, which was with Jack, Janet, and the kids. Now, John and Mary, who were the grandparents to the children, lived in number 328, which was the opposite or the adjacent house, which was minor or no activity reported. Now, interestingly, Sam and Colby investigated number 328, not 330, which was the wrong side, blurring the house number, but easily Googleable, right? And evidence and photos, TikTok videos, and researcher Kenny Biddle's on-site visit actually confirms this error took place. There was a ceiling fan incident from the movie scene that happened in number 330, not where they were, which of course was the first incident that the Smurls had in the house, which kind of spurred them on to get Ed and Lorraine Warren in, and it's the basis for the start of the movie. So interestingly, Sam and Colby go to investigate the Smurl house, which was number 330 as part of a duplex. 328 is the adjacent home. Sam and Colby investigate 328, not 330, which isn't the haunted house. 330 is. And there was apparently no evidence to support that the number 328 was actually haunted. Interesting. It gets crazier though. So there was also timeline misinformation that Seg cleared up within his video. So the Smurls moved in 1973, which was the first major incident in April of 1985, which was the light fixture falling on Confirmation Day. Sam and Colby claim that 13 years of hauntings from 1973 to 1986, when it was actually 1 to 2 years of escalation. First 11 to 12 years were minor or non-existent. Now, the Warrens arrived in January of 1986, and the house was declared cleansed in 1986 via prayers and an exorcism. The Smurls announced that no more hauntings in 1986 media and sold the house in December of 1987. There was no reports of activity in the 39 plus years since 1986, and current residents live normally. And the Smurls later claimed that the hauntings followed them, timed with book and movie deals. So, with that kind of in mind, there should be no haunting take place in property 330, let alone property 328, which is where they actually investigated, allegedly. So, with that kind of in mind, even if you look at it from the point of view that the haunting followed the Smurls, right, then that means that the property shouldn't be haunted. If you look at it from the point of view that the Warrens came in and cleansed it in 1986, then there should be no hauntings. And apparently by 1987, December of 1987, there was no purported activity. And then if you look at it from the point of view that they've got the wrong house, all of that kind of adds up to the fact that maybe there shouldn't have been a haunting take place. At least that's what's alleged within this video from this the side-eye guy. There was also other evidence that was brought forward, like Warrens and the Smurls' claims that were dismissed. So the Warrens identified 3 spirits, a demon, and in the master bedroom closet in number 330, not number 328. Now, the demon allegedly fed on fear, assaulted the family. Incubus and succubus claims were made as well. And the side-eye guy's view is religious family influenced by minor events escalated for lucrative books, The Haunted in 1988, and movie deals. The house was sold to an investor, rented continuously until since 1987. Multiple tenants have likely moved into the property since. And then there's also evidence, allegedly, of Sam and Colby's evidence, quote-unquote, being fake or potentially staged. So there's the moth incident. So a moth flies into a light/candle, and it's interpreted as a devil's sign. EMF spikes everywhere in the house, normally in any home, no baseline or control. Ovulus, random creepy words, died here or barn, from pre-programmed bank, and a Ouija/Estes method with Python priestess Ashley. Right, so they summon Patrick, earthbound spirit, and Egregor, who is a thought form from publicity/fear. And then there's also a lot of other stuff like the attic. So there's claims that the the first entry since 1987. Unlikely, since there's rentals and wrong attic anyway, since they're in the wrong property. And then other stuff like this. So what's also very interesting is, of course, Seg does refer to Kenny Biddle a lot within this video, and uses him as a heavy reliance on his paranormal investigation and his investigation into the property, who actually visited the house. And he recommends Biddle's full Smurl debunk video and demands Sam and Colby issue a correction/apology for wrong house and misinformation. So obviously it's very interesting. And if this is to be found true, of course, Sam and Colby, have really dropped the ball on this one. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know, because, it's quite a big oomph, and it goes beyond just alleged fake paranormal evidence. This kind of is, they've investigated the wrong house, if this is the case, and that's kind of mental. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. Way down there, jump scare the hell out of that like button and subscribe. And until next time, I will speak to you later. Peace.